recently launched item. We debuted this world launch on New Year's Day. It was a wild runaway hit. It quickly became a customer pick, and it is because this product addresses something many of us deal with, but very few of us actually talk about. We are going to help you refresh, cleanse, and hydrate your intimate areas. This is a very specific cleanser that was born out of your request. Liz always listens to you, the HSN customer. She vigorously reads reviews as well. And Liz, you did some focus groups, and it came up time and time again, people talking about odor, itching, dryness, just general discomfort in our intimate areas.
Yes, and there was nothing on the market to address it. And it was kind of like everyone in the group said, Liz, I was told to just go to the drugstore and buy a cream. I was told to sit in a warm bath. I was told to just never come back to see a doctor. So what we did is my chemist and I, we brought in a biochemist and a gynecologist. And we listened to the whole group, and it was quite sad, to be honest, that there was how many were there, Patsy? Almost 1,000 women were there, and talking about all the issues that they have down there. Now, it's after hours here at HSN, so we're gonna get a little personal. But here's the thing. If you are somebody that is definitely over 50 and you've gone through menopause, what happens is, should we run through the list? It's 11, at least 11 things. Dryness, tightness, itching, uncomfortable, you're embarrassed, right?
Odor, yeah.
Odor, all of that. So we had to make a cleanser. So this is a pH balance, clinically tested. So if you do not buy Nakery, that's okay. But if you go to anywhere else to buy something for down there, you want to make sure of these things. 1, clean beauty. 2, gynecologist tested.
Right.
3, fragrance-free, glycerin-free. And you want to make sure that they ran clinicals on it, because you do not want to have any fragrance below the waist. This is your lather, clean beauty without the sulfates. It's creamy, it's absolutely incredible. This isn't an ordinary wash. You know, it may look like an ordinary wash, but it's interesting because once you feel the difference of this, it's like nothing you've ever experienced before. It's super hydrating, and it balances everything out. So if you're somebody that says, well, Liz, I've got the odor, I've got the tightness, I've got the itching, and I'm using creams, and I'm using different fragrances down there, no, you don't want to use any fragrance down there. Patsy, what do you love about it?
Well, I tell you, my friends and I, we were having lunch one day, and everybody my age around were complaining about our station in life, all the problems that we have, and itchy and dryness and, you know, just everything, and say, well, you know, and people don't care, you know, doctors don't care, you know, nobody cares. And however, this is a solution to a problem you didn't think there was ever going to be a solution for. And actually, for me, what it gets down to is quality of life. You know, I am 78 years old, and I plan to have a great quality of life in every way that I can. And this is a very important area.
Yeah.
No more itchy, no more dry.
No, we're being told that you can't wear certain outfits, that you can't wear tight clothes, you can't wear workout clothes, and just go sit in a warm bath. That's not going to do it. You want to make sure that you are cleansing for the waist down, and wait until you see the difference. Because what happens is if you use something that has fragrance, sulfates, glycerin, anything like that, that's not gynecologist tested and fragrance free, that's where you start to get the issues. But we all don't know that. I didn't know it until we brought in a team of gynecologists and biochemists who explained to us that, no, these are all the things that can happen, and we're actually causing it. Do you see what I'm saying?
That's so true, and it, you know, a lot of it is just because we don't know. We don't realize, or we just think there is no other solution than to use whatever we've already got in the shower.
Exactly.
You don't want to do this. These are specifically made for these issues. The moisturizer, very popular as well. That's coming up in just a minute, but these two really do go together. And not for nothing, but it's beautifully packaged and presented. I mean, this is something you don't feel like you have to hide away in the medicine cabinet. It's absolutely beautiful. We ship it right to your door, so that takes away any embarrassment factor you may have, which, by the way, none of us should be embarrassed about this. This is totally normal. It's a part of life. But you don't necessarily want to be in the aisle at the drugstore, you know, looking at all the very obvious things. And they usually look medicinal. They can smell medicinal. This is fragrance-free. So a lot of reasons you're going to want to try this. Read those reviews, I'm telling you.
Yes, and read the labels. So whether you get Nakery or you don't get Nakery and you buy something else, just turn it around and make sure that you can read the ingredients, that it's clinically tested, that it's gynecologist tested, it's clean beauty, and that that it's pH balanced and it's glycerin free and I know it's a lot. It's
a lot.
fragrance free. But again, I would have never known all this until we
Sure.
did this focus group, and it was astonishing. It wasn't just 5 women; it was almost 1,000
Right.
women. Patsy was there as well, and it was like the stories of just go sit in a bath. You just can't wear those kind of clothes anymore. So you get to a certain age and you can't wear tight
Right.
clothes. You
Come on.
can't wear workout clothes. Just go sit in a warm bath or go to the drugstore and put on a cream. No.
Yeah.
No. So this is a solution. And what's so great is that so many of you that we just launched this in January, so many of you have been writing to me saying, Liz, I thought it was me. I thought I had a problem. I thought that it was something personal, that I had the darkness, I had the odor, I had this, I had that. This has solved all of it. I don't feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
I can go on dates. I'm not ashamed. I feel incredible.
Even just to feel refreshed and
Yes.
hydrated. I mean, just think about how much more comfortable you might be throughout the day if you're not
Yes.
constantly thinking about it, feeling it, struggling through it, like just
Right.
pushing your way through the day. What if all you had to do was change how you're cleansing?
Right.
I mean, it really can be that simple. And I'd love to talk about, while we have a moment, how we're using this, where. I mean, it sounds like obvious questions, but
Right.
I mean,
so
if we've never tried
you can
it.
definitely use it all over. So don't feel like, oh, I used it up, up here.
Sure.
It's clean beauty. It's gynecologist tested. It's all that. But definitely for the waist down, for sure. You don't want to use anything with fragrance below the waist. You can use it all over external. You can use it all over your body.
Okay.
But it's incredible. It's not like
the
it looks like a traditional lather, but when you feel it on your skin,
Yeah.
it's so different. You
Silky.
know,
Silky.
it's silky.
It is silky. That's
It's
the
like
perfect word.
buttery.
Very- yeah.
It's like buttery soft.
Yeah.
You'll notice that your skin has more of a flushed color. It doesn't look dry. It brings back like a natural flush color, and it's just, you don't want to get out of it. It's kind of, it's
Yeah.
very, very different.
And it can be the last thing you do at the end of
Yes.
your shower. That's it. And then
Exactly.
make sure you grab the moisturizer, which we're going to talk about in a
Yes.
minute, because that is the 1-2 punch right there.
It is,
Having
and
both.
you know, every gynecologist, every biochemist that came, and even though my chemist said, Liz, so if you do this, you're helping people halfway. And how do you live with yourself helping people halfway?
Sure.
They said, if you really want to help all these women in this group, you have to do a moisturizer. You have to do a moisturizer that you use once. It's clinically tested to hydrate for over 24 hours, because we get dry down there, especially over 50. When you go through menopause, you feel dry, you feel tight, you feel uncomfortable. This moisturizer